Av Cop here. In this video, I'm going to be doing another unboxing. Had the Vortex Razor scope that I bought, ended up spray painting it tan, and then I also ordered a set of scope caps for it from a company called MK Machining. MK Machining sells different scope caps, and they're custom fit supposedly for the Vortex. I also ended up ordering them in tan, so let's go inside, do an unboxing, and see what these scope caps are all about. Alright, so I ended up ordering these scope caps. They're made by MK Machining, and let's get these things opened and see what we got. Something I was wanting to get for the scope here that I'm building up, so I'm kind of curious to see what it comes up like. The color I got them in is tan, so hopefully it's going to be a little bit different. This is sand colored, so don't get me wrong, it's going to be a different color than what my scope is probably. But they're 3D printed scope caps, and let's see what we get. And their tan is also like FDE. I guess FDE is now the new tan, but it'll still work for my needs. I may end up doing a light spray paint or something like that on them. They do come with a lifetime warranty, which is kind of neat. Let's see. But they're made in the USA. They're 3D printed. They do have metal screws down here for the adjustment, so it'll be nice and snug. And they pop open pretty decently. They're not oversprung where they're going to snap too hard or anything like that. They do have the adjustments for it. And the eyepiece I'm going to have to mess with a little bit because I want to see how it works when it rotates and everything. But both sides are just manually popped open. The coloring on them, like I said, it's more FDE than a tan. When I ordered it, it did say it was tan. Like I said, this is sand, so it's a lot lighter as well. But let me go ahead and see about putting at least the front on for now. The back, I do have the rear sight set up where I want it to for the adjustments and everything on it. But I do want to mess with it a bit to figure out exactly how I want to put the cap on, because I will possibly adjust it a little bit. I'm not sure yet. So let me see how that works out. But so far they look pretty neat, seem pretty strong, and have a lifetime warranty. We'll get them mounted up and look more into it. Alright, so I got the scope caps all mounted up and everything. These were ordered as flat dark earth. It was $10 more to get them in a color different than black and everything. But I was looking at the Tenebrex and a couple other companies that make scope mounts, and MK Machining I hadn't heard of. The price for these was like $85 with the flat dark earth color and everything. Tenebrex and some of the others were pushing about $100. And I just want to give them a shot. They seem like they're pretty good. So far they seem really good, a lot better than the old Butler Creek style and everything. They pop right up. And for the most part they lay pretty flat. There's some scope caps that kind of stay up kind of high and everything, but these fold down flat. You can still see the scope turrets okay and everything with it. Clips right on. It was a odd size Allen screw that this worked on. I'm not sure what it is. I have two sets of Allen keys, one standard and one metric, and I ended up just going through a little drawer of loose ones, and I found one that fit. But the standard sizes I have, because I wanted to tell you guys what size it was, I wasn't able to properly match up with it and everything. But these go on pretty easy. You just got to tighten them down a bit. I do have to mess with the parallax on mine a little bit. Set the magnification and look up at it and everything, so I'll probably take the objective off on the back side, or the rear sight off, and have to adjust and fine tune it, set it on max magnification and do some adjusting with that. But overall they work pretty good. Like I said, there's a Allen screw here that goes on and just tightens down. It's nice because there's a metal piece underneath. Some scopes kind of thread into plastic and I think kind of give way. But overall they're pretty durable. They go on all the way. You got to make sure you slide them on. Didn't really come with instructions, but if you've done scope caps before and stuff, it's pretty simple. Just loosen them up, slide them on all the way, kind of level them off the scope caps so that the top part here is kind of level and flush with the scope cap, so it's not at like a crooked angle or anything. That way when you pop the scopes open and everything, that it'll line up and it'll be kind of flush and won't be off to an angle or anything like that. But like I said, they seem to work pretty good. This one might need to work on closing a little better, figure out the trick to it. But like I said, they're decent for what they are. Maybe I'll go outside and show you overall the setup of it and everything. But so far, the MK Machining scope mounts are better than I thought they'd be. Like I said, the Tenebrex is something that looked just kind of a little cheaper, chintzier, the way you got to attach all the different things to it. These right here just slip right on, and then they kind of clamp down and tighten. Hopefully later on during the summer or sometime I'll get to put a bunch of rounds through here. I'm pretty confident it'll hold on just fine with recoil and everything going forward. The back one I'm not really too worried about or anything like that. Like I said, I just need to probably take the back one off and make some fine-tune adjustments to get the eyepiece where I want it, where I'm wearing glasses or not wearing glasses. But if you're thinking about getting the MK Machining scope caps, I highly recommend them and think they're great. Let me go outside and close you out. All right, so we're one step closer to getting this rifle build complete. The MK Machining scope caps are on here. They pop up pretty good, sit pretty flat. You can line them up and see through them. The color is similar a little bit to the scope color that the Vortex comes with for that brown earth tone. The rifle is painted in desert sand. It's a Cerakote job, and then it's sand paint from Krylon on the scope and on the bipod legs. But the Cerakote and the Krylon paint seems to match up pretty good overall. The scope caps give it a nice touch. I may end up putting a little bit of paint on them and everything. Got one more thing to go on for this rifle, and that's going to be adding a sling onto it. So my next video with this rifle should be going over a sling. Cav Cop out.